Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner, Classic Unknown Classics. This is episode number 3066 and Doubleshot number 2960. This was going to be kind of interesting because we're going to basically finish up two series as one. First being Gardner Warrior, the other being Lenz and Mosaic. First discussing for Gardner Warrior, the remaining issues discussed for the series, which is issues 22 26, issue 0, 35 to 44, and the second annual. 22 to 24 is basically a three-parter. It comes where he acts like Indiana Jones looking for more power. And in 24 is a lead-in for 0 Hour Lead issue 0. About 24 is something interesting about the issue. In that issue, it's revealed that during the construction of Coast City, Guy Gardner's first girlfriend, who was not Ice, who was a different woman, who debuted in the main Green Lantern book, she got killed in Coast City by Cyborg Superman. She was a fortune teller. I think her name was Kari, I think her name was. Yes. So, yeah, by the way, B.U. Smith is still basically the writer here. He's writer for all the remaining issues of the book with Mitch Boyd. And there's also stuff here related to, well, I'm also going to discuss the issue of Darkstars. There's a reason I'll get to that. I'll get to that when I get to it. So, and then it's really issue 24, that Guy Gardner is descended from aliens, the Dolomite, where he has the ability to transform his body into weapons. And he's got warrior tattoos, and this is a look he will maintain for the rest of the series. If you want to look exactly what the look looks like, by the way, love this cover here for issue number 22. It's awesome. I love this cover here. But if you're curious, what does new look like? It's not that one. This is Guy Gardner's brand new look. A look you maintain for the rest of the series. Yep. And then with issue 25. 25, of course, doubles this issue, but this issue is noteworthy for one thing. It is the debut of Guy Gardner's bar, The Warrior. Well, The Warriors, anyways. Yeah, the issue is called Family Ties. And deals more with Joe Gardner. There's a little stuff here with him, too, later on. He's also traveling, and he apparently, at this point, has lost his, well, he's basically setting up his bar. But it doesn't open until issue 29. But yeah, this is where basically they start building the damn thing. But Guy Gardner's bar will become a main fixture of this book for the remainder of the series, but occasionally appear in other books afterwards. What happened to the place? Don't know. It never existed not long after this, so. Yeah, so. That's the most important thing about issue 25. As for issue 26, this issue is not done by Mitch Bruce. This is by Freddie E. Williams. Yeah, oh, actually, J.H. Williams III. Yeah, he comes in here as a guest artist. Yeah, it's called Snake Bit. It's basically more building up, basically stuff related to Guy Gardner's bar. A bunch of crazy stuff happening in this issue. It's a okay standalone issue. Oh yeah, this is Mr. Guy Goes to Washington. That leads into a crossover with Just Like America, Hawkman, and a few other books. So, yeah. And we also have crossovers here with Green Lantern. Yeah, I've discussed basically. Now, in the case of 27 to 34, discussed those already related to crossover with Green Lantern and with JLA. And then, of course, with 35 and 36, Guy Gardner is taken hostage by aliens and he has to break out. And during this period of time, he also had a guest appearance in the pages of Darkstars, issue 37, where he appears there. It came out apparently between issue 36, 35, and 36. Yeah, by the way, also in the case of issue 35, this issue is not done by Bruce Smith. This is done by Phil Jimenez. Yeah, he does this issue for some reason. It's weird. And also, Guy Gardner loses his memory. This, of course, comes right after the whole Way of the Warrior stuff. So, Guy Gardner, for a few issues, is suffered for issues of amnesia. He also has the Bukuda once again. In her last time she appears in the series. Yes. So, yeah, this later leads into an issue of Darkstars, which of course he has an encounter with Darkstars. Yeah, because the whole thing related to Joe Gardner, because apparently he's like, yeah. And basically, 36 and 37, this is a two-parter which is tied into Underworld Unleashed, where Guy is offered a deal by Neron, but then he turns him down. But is accepted by Joe Gardner, who takes up a new code name of Enforcer, a title he would maintain for the rest of the book. Yeah, very interesting two-parter with this one. Oh yeah, then we have issue 38, where it's basically just, you get to the cover, yeah, it's basically their take on Pulp Fiction. It has nothing much to do with Pulp Fiction, no. Bill Smith is basically, he is back as the writer of this book. It's a nice slow standalone issue, with Guy basically back to normal, and him just battling other people, per se. Oh yeah, since he's back, of course, basically gets up a haircut. I think in this issue in particular, I think it was one issue, I think it was 37, he basically took over the series briefly. Before I continue here, I want to talk about one book. That being the first two issues of Showcase. Yes, which also featured Guy Gardner in this period of time. Yeah, because why not? Now, I'm going to talk about the whole thing here, just to get these issues out of the way. So, Guy is in the opening story here, team up with Steel. This, of course, is written by Bew Smith, who is the main writer of the book, so it's okay to basically talk about this. It is mostly with Steel, and this is probably just after issue 36. Basically, these two issues probably can fill the gap between 36, 37. So it's basically Joe is basically the Enforcer now. He's wearing a version of Guy Gardner's old Green Lantern uniform, except basically he has the symbol is on his chest has got like basically a no sign, a circle with a slash to it, and he maintains the look for the rest of the series. And he's like basically in this book. Guy is in the book too. He does some stuff, and then of course Steel shows up at the end of the issue. As the case of the other features in the book, second story is basically where my fill in minutes. This is all about Aqualad. Yep, Aqualad, where it's just a story for him where he has a quick little deal with Aquaman. The third story focuses on the Boy Commandos. Yep, in Showcase number, this is from, by the way, this is from Showcase 96, issue number 1. Yeah, by the way, Charter Courses is done, of course, my film minutes, obviously. Ultimate Places is Scott Cianson and Roger Rump. So you think, wait, Scott Cianson? That name sounds familiar. Yes, this is the same guy who worked on Silent Hill comics. Basically, the Ultimate Places, it's all about Dan Turpin. Yeah, but I think the story is really good. It's a good flashback to World War II in this one. The very next issue, basically, they also deal with Sludge, who was it's basically like a quick. They include this two-part team story where Sludge teams up with the Enforcer here. Sludge himself made his debut issue 27 of Guy Gardner. He returned for issues 40, 42, and 43, and yeah, and then the second story is all about Cersei dealing with Ares, and then the third story is focused on Metallo, where he has flashback of Batman, Black Canary, Huntress, and Tim Drake. And who writes the other stories? Well, Flesh and Bone is by Christopher Priest. Bad Hair Day is done by Louise Simonson. Yep. Still, those two are pretty good issues. I'm going to give Showcase 96, 1 through 2, a 9 out of 10. The Darkstars issue, give that 9. Yeah, but what about in the case of the Guy Gardner book? What about the remaining issues for the book? Well, 37, aside from the cover being just noteworthy, being just a homage to Pulp Fiction, yeah, Joe Gardner, after 37, he's returned the book to the last 3 issues of the book. So, with this issue in particular, it's basically him take on Marquia and Earthworm. By the way, Marquia basically was love interest of Guy Gardner throughout these remaining issues. She debuted in issue number 38 and remained in the book until issue 44 where she died. Yeah, also Lady Blackhawk. She becomes a supporting character in this book too when she starts working for Guy Gardner's bar. Yep. If you're curious, she started appearing in the book issue 24, then she appeared 29, then she appeared semi-regular basis with issue 36, and she stopped appearing with issue 43 of this book. Yep, and the other regulars are Arissa, Buck Wingo, Joey Hung, Lead, Rita Mooden, Tiger Man, Veronica, and Wildcat. Yeah, Wildcat's this book too. And 39 is another Christmas issue where, for some reason, Guy kisses fire in the book. Yes, seriously, that's a big thing that happens in issue 39. Issue 40. Basically, it's like all good things Edmund Cummings packages been getting. This is just a Wrath of Christmas, just where it's Guy versus Gorilla Grodd. Yes. And then we have another standalone issue where, Guy's on TV, Guy's Babes in Toyland. Yeah. Or even has a backup feature, but different artists. Yeah, the opening story deals more with Quantum Aquarium. Yes. They're a Chuck Dixon creation, and Bill Smith just continued to use them in the book, sort of on a semi-regular basis. Yeah, this is basically just a quick little 3 issues that they're in. There is backup story, but there was more aquarium stuff. They're here for pretty much the remaining issues. Also, there's a joke in issue 42 where Guy wakes up one day and he's been turned into a woman. Yes, seriously. And then he transforms into his warrior thing. It will last for 1 issue, and then by the end of the issue, he's back basically be a normal guy once again. But they call the book Gal Gardner for 1 issue. Yeah, it was just a simple joke. And then basically we have a Warriors Passing. It's a 2-part finale for the book, where they kill a character named Dominator. By the way, the group is Valdorian. That's the name of the book, name of the species. Yeah, he started appearing in issue, and also Arisa apparently gets killed off here in this issue, though she gets brought back. Yeah, she gets suffocated, and then she gets back somehow. Oh yeah, and also in the final issue, Guy beats the crap out of Major Forcing and nearly gets killed off here. Though he magically comes back after this. Yes, how the heck he comes back is a complete mystery. And Arisa is still dead, but she comes back. Yeah. By the way, the last issue was drawn by Mitch Boy, who's a regular artist of this book. Tom Grummett, Joe Stady comes back for 1 page, and Phil Jimenez. And that's the book, that was most of the book, but we still have one more thing to talk about this book, and that being the second annual for the book, which came out pretty much the same time the book was ending. It is, the story is called the cover is called Guy Gardner Warrior Forever. It's multiple stories. There's Once Upon a Time, hypersensitive, change for all reasons. See my finger, see my thumb, see my fist, you better run. Dateless. One Gardner time. Yeah. It is mostly put just various stories related to Guy Gardner throughout the years. It's one of the whole Legend of Dead Earth stuff. And that's the Guy Gardner book in a nutshell. I gotta admit, basically the book was actually quite interesting. Joe Jones, an excellent job with the book. I think Chuck Dixon did a good job. Bill Smith was was pretty interesting, but it was. I didn't think this run was terrible, but when he got to Joe Gardner becoming Enforcer, at that point, the book was basically close to cancellation. My guess is probably canceled due to low sales, presumably, or that's when Beerus decided to end the book. His run was not very long, like 25 issues, just over 2 years. He put out 2 annuals. Yep, and with that, basically, with this Guy Gardner Warrior book. But wait, you might ask, there is one more book to discuss for him, Collido Damage, but not discussed here. That's another time. All right, next up, basically discussing the second spin-off book for Green Lantern release in the 1980s. A short-lived book, Green Lantern Mosaic, written by Joe Jones, art by Kelly Hammer, and I believe there was like one artist in this book. Now, we're discussing issues 2 to 15 of this book. 2 is a very infamous issue of this book. This is the issue where Chip, the Squirrel Green Lantern, gets killed by being hit by a truck. And John Stewart is drawn to be in a way where he just does not care the fact that Chip dies. And he's haunted by it by issue 15. Yeah, also, he's weird in this book. Oh my gosh, he is so bizarre. John Stewart. Then we have a Crimson Dawn issue, where it basically is a take on the main book. Now, Sinestro appears Spirit next to he also have a brief appearance by Sinestro. It is mostly with the whole Mosaic stuff, the Mosaic world. They have Honey, I'm Home. It's like, yeah, then of course you have Green Lantern Quarterly he next appears in. I will discuss Green Lantern Quarterly at some point. Yes, I will. Yeah. We have Hal pop up here too, who next pops up in is back in his own book, where John Stewart pops up in the annual. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it took place between some of the issues of this very book. Yeah. Now the book, and of course, there's subsequently the Green Lantern Corps show up in the book, and it just John doing whatever heck he wants. A lot of the book, yeah, it's him. It's just him doing stuff. The whole Mosaic stuff. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff that goes on in this book per se. It's not terrible. I do enjoy the artwork. Kelly Hammer does an excellent job with the book. There's even a Christmas issue where you have Mark Beecham basically do some artwork here. By the way, issue 9 is on with Jim Ballant. Wait, Jim Ballant. Yes. We have Joe Feast as co-art writing here with issue 10. But if you want to think one of the most interesting storyline in this book, that does not happen to issue 12, where it starts a 4-part storyline where it's John Stewart versus the KKK, which he has the kind of the scoop already in the Green Lantern specials. Yeah, that's the big thing about these last 4 issues I'm discussing here. It's just him versus the KKK for a few issues, and also dealing with Chip's death from issue 2. And that's kind of the book in a nutshell. It's not a terrible book per se. From what I read, the book was canceled due to not necessarily low sales, just it's one of those books that the editors in 1980 just didn't give a damn about this book at all. Nope, it just Joe Jones and his weird ideas for this book. I like it basically as Grant's book read better. I would say of his 3 books he worked on for Green Lantern, between Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, and Mosaic, this is probably his weakest book he's done. Not terrible, just not as good as the other ones. But still, the best thing about this book is the artwork. I love the artwork for this book. It's amazing. Yep. And with that, I'm done with Mosaic. That's not Green Lantern book done. Like, wow, that was quick. I probably should do, before I do Guy Gardner Cloud Damage, I should probably do Green Lantern Quarterly next. Yeah, I should probably do that book next, and then do Cloud Damage. So, I think it's like the last book to discuss in 1980s for Green Lantern, because I've already got Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, Guy Gardner Warrior is done, Mosaic is done, So that means like the only book left to go is also got a new core. It's just Grant Quarterly. That'd probably be next. That's going to replace guy Gardner. Mosaic is going to be replaced by Superboy Volume 1. Yep. But yeah, that's a good view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and join us like button. Next up, back to Free Reign. Okay? Next video. Bye.